Could you just do that?
This is prime content, you guys. Prime content. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're coming back for another episode, I appreciate you. We are 3 weeks into this thing, and if you're coming back for another video, I see you. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Kayla. I started this channel because I wanted to prove that it was never too late to go on a journey, no matter what it is or how old you are. And on this journey, I'm giving myself 6 months to perform the piece Out Tonight from the production Rent. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's fine. Just stop, pause this video, go watch the playlist I've linked below or somewhere in this iCard thing above, and then come back, because I'll be here, because I'm not going anywhere. In week 3, I'm getting better, y'all. Like I can honestly say it. Last week, I was completely vulnerable and open, but it lit a fire under my butt, if I can be perfectly honest. And so if you want to see what happened, stay tuned. I remember I had mentioned last week that after my acting lesson, I didn't know if I wanted to continue. And so when I got home, this was waiting for me, you guys. And I was stoked. So really brief story time about this book. I am subscribed to KevOnStage's YouTube channel. And so he had Lovey on there. And she was talking about this book. And the nuggets that she was dropping were so powerful. And it was exactly what I needed when I needed, right? She had this thing about operating in your zone of genius. And when she was referencing that, it hit me. And I was like, oh, she's good. You know, so when I realized that she was actually promoting this book, I copped it. And when I tell you, within the first 8 pages, she got me. I was like, ow. Right? Like, this woman does not know me at all. I don't know her. I was just a fan of KevOnStage, listened to the podcast, became a fan of her. And so I bought her book. And when I tell you, this changed the game for me. Because she has this thing called an oriki. Essentially, an oriki is just like your hype statement, right? For like those who watch Game of Thrones, I never watched Game of Thrones, but for those who did watch the show, Daenerys, this lady, the way she's introduced in the show is so powerful. You know, mother dragons, fire walker, fire slayer, fire whatever she did, you know. But the way she's introduced was so powerful because she was this and she was that and and introducing Daenerys, right? So that's an oriki. According to Lovey. Lovey was like, an oriki is your hype statement, you know, is your way of showing up in the world, of letting the world know, or even yourself know, like, this is who I am, right? And so it's so powerful just to have that statement. So in her book, she actually encourages us to make our own oriki statement. And I did. And I put it right next to my vision board. So in the mornings, I look at my vision board and I look at my oriki statement. And that helped to remind myself of just how powerful I am. Because even in this journey in the last few episodes, me rewatching it myself, I realized I'm so hypercritical of me. And it's not dumb because I know where it comes from. But it's just like, girl, give yourself more grace. Give yourself more props. You're a grown, bad woman all your own. You know what I mean? And I just need to give myself more accolades and more encouragement and more grace. And with this oriki statement, it reminds me of just how phenomenal I am. And everyone needs to get an oriki statement. It's just a hype starter. It is, because once I read my oriki statement to myself, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to take on the world. You know, it's like, what am I gonna go do today, God? So that really impacted me. When I met my acting coach this week, I was a little bit more prepared. I had done the homework and tried to continue to delve deep in myself to break down my emotional barriers, and I think I did an okay job. It was still hard, but I felt way more connected to the character than I did in my previous weeks. While my coach saw it too, he's pushing me for more, right? He doesn't want me to just be safe. He wants me to be great. So he kept pushing me. It was challenging to sustain it, because that's another thing. I will give an emotion and then I don't feel good, like I feel weird. because what would happen was that I would feel an emotion and then get scared of it, you know, and then I would back up off of it instead of fully like jumping into it. And then again, my coach called me on that too. He was like, you don't like to take risks. And I was like, no, I do not. I played it safe my whole life, right? I really stay safe because I've had some experiences in my past that were not so great. So they taught me from a very young age that it's not all that great to take risks, you know? So I take calculated risks. I weigh the options, and then if it's beneficial to me, look, then I'll do it. But just to go fly off the seat of my pants and do something, no. I'm not that person. I am not that person to just jump, no parachute, just wee, like not I. So that was my challenge, and that actually was my homework. He wanted me to take a risk, you know, take a risk somehow. I thought about it, and so I took him up on his offer because I am gonna take up rollerblading, and I think it's metaphorical, and it's so interesting and exactly what I needed to do, because I realized that with this thing, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna get hurt. I don't know what I'm doing. It's brand new, uncharted territory for me, and that's the point, right? Because so many times in life, I try to figure out, what's next or what's on the horizon, and try to map out my plans, again, being calculated so that I don't make a mistake or I don't mess up or I don't get hurt. And that's not living, right? I wanted to take a risk, and I wanted to take a safe risk. And so I know I can get hurt. I know I can get injured, you know, rocking this, because I haven't really truly rollerbladed, since I was a teenager. And even then it was like going to our roller rink maybe once or twice every 5 years, you know? So it's still relatively uncharted territory for me, but I'm growing, and in growing, I gotta take a risk. So I'm enlisting my friend's help because I'm still injured. So I'm not using these until I get the clearance from my doctor or until my back feels better. But I think that's happening next week because I'm feeling a little stronger. I will hopefully include footage of me taking a risk. But yeah, I'm excited, and they're cute. They are super cute. I love it. If you guys want to see me fall, stay tuned. And in terms of my singing coach and I think the singing portion of this whole thing is my favorite by far because I'm seeing results. You know, in terms of my acting, I'm still struggling with the emotional components of all that stuff. And with the choreography, we actually really haven't met to go over anything. I've just been, you know, resting my body and doing a few slight stretches and exercises to try to support my back. But my vocal lessons, that's where I'm seeing improvement. And I'm middle key shocked by my voice. I can sing. Right, that's something I've always been able to do since I was a really young girl. I used to sing in my children's church choir from the time I was a wee little girl until I was about a teenager, about 16. And so with that, once I stopped singing, I can just sing to myself, and I'm okay singing to myself. Like we do a little something. But when it comes to singing out loud in person in front of people's, I get really shy and really nervous, and I doubt all of my capabilities. And so my singing coach, again, she calls me on my stuff. And with her techniques, it's helped me rediscover the voice I had when I was younger. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, oh crap, like I can sing, and it's validating to hear my voice, to hear my grown-up voice. Grown-up Kayla out loud sounds really good. You know, I still have some techniques to work on, and we went through a few little techniques here and there, but overall, I'm growing. Take a look. Ooh.
I'll buy that one more.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, again, when you're going down, that's when this is the speaking portion, right?
Right.
This is pretty much, these pitches are where we speak for the most. So you want to be relaxed. But this, you have to, when you sing this, you have to think you're going to sing those I have nothing.
Got it. The stretching.
The same
Okay.
stretch. So
Okay.
what you want to do is you want to remain open. So instead of, there's no energy in that.
Right.
So you still want the
round it out. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same openness and energy. One more time for that one. That was good though.
Ooh, ooh.
I'll buy that.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Yep, and remember, this is so much better, Kayla. I'm so proud of you. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So what made it different?
Just the position of where I did my mouth. I made sure to. It was weird, but I made sure to keep the breath here, and not drop into it. Just
you kept it forward,
and
this is our mask.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Kayla, that's it. That's the I have nothing space.
Sure. But why is it when it comes to like consonants or words that is it just like all a mind game, or is it just certain consonants or vowels make it more difficult when you're doing it?
You're making my job so easy. Okay. No, remember what is like the most important in the tone? It's the vowel.
Right.
So the consonants, the word, actually they go down the vowel. So when you're thinking of, a good composer or a good, songwriter, they're going to have it almost like when we're speaking, right? Because when we speak, we're wrapping our consonants, our diphthongs, everything, we're wrapping them around like those pure vowels, A-E-I-O-U, right? And so when you're singing a word or all of the phrases, what you want to do, and a lot of times a teacher or someone, if you're having trouble with the phrase, they'll ask you to take the consonants out and just sing on the vowels.
Okay.
Give you the line, and that will keep you from, having your sound be different. Because, some people sound different when they sing high versus when they're singing low. You don't want that. You want an even tone throughout.
Okay.
But it'll also it'll keep you in the center of the tone throughout the entire phrase, because the vowels will be in the right place.
Got it.
What we do is we move the vowels around to accommodate the consonants, and it should be the opposite. It should be move the consonants around the vowel.
Around the vowel. Okay. V, V, V.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So all you do is you get scared at the end.
I do.
You're doing great. Don't get scared at the end. Don't go V, V. I get this nice boisterous sound, and then you go V.
Right.
Throw caution to the wind. I know you're recording, so it's hard.
Yes.
You can't throw caution. You want to sound good. I get that. But at this point, throw caution to the wind, because just think, this is what you're thinking of. Don't think of the pitches. You have a good ear. You know what the pitches are. You hear them. Think of the pattern and the rhythm of your breath.
Okay.
And the energy. Okay. Just think about that. So know where you're going and just go there. When I say it sounds weird, but your brain will do it. Trust me.
Okay.
If you just trust it, it will do it.
Okay. V, V, V. And I got
It's coming. It's coming.
Ah.
You put some movement in it, because that's the last part of it. So, without hitting anything, can you do this? V, V, with your arms. V. Can you just do that?
This is prime content, you guys. Prime content.
Prime content. I need you to put energy.
Okay.
Okay? Without thinking about it. I don't want you to overthink.
Okay.
1, 2, ready. Big movement.
Okay. So, V.
Yes, bigger movement. V.
So can you do it one more time?
That's okay. The nya of onion. So that's what we're singing on. And then you're doing that. I don't really need to look very much further. We're just gonna do that on nya 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 nya. You know. Okay.
Can I see what that would look like? Because I can read music, and so reading the music right now is gonna throw me off because I see the rest. And so in my mind, I'm thinking rest equals breath. And so I need to go in and scratch those out.
And that is the downfall of all singers. We think rest is just what that means.
Yeah.
You rest.
Yeah.
Meaning you breathe, you relax, you do all that. That's not what rest means.
Right.
Rest, remember, sometimes silence is what a composer wants to emphasize something or whatever. So the rest just mean a break in
the music,
the line. It doesn't always mean you're going to take a breath, and it definitely doesn't mean you want to rest as in relax.
Right.
You still in position to keep going because the song's not over.
Right.
You know, the only time you relax or rest is when it's the last chord and it's over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nya 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 nya. Nya 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 nya. Nya 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 nya. Nya 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 nya. Whoa 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 whoa. Whoa 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 whoa. Whoa 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 whoa. Whoa 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 whoa. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow.
Where you don't have to. The second phrase was that's what I want in the first phrase.
Okay. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. No. What happens is I get so shaky and I'm like, I don't know how to like mask it. So I'm just like, well, you know what I mean? Just like
now, right there when you get to that, that's another space thing. So when you go, run from myself, there's nowhere, you're trying to go, there's nowhere to hide. You see? There's no space. Nowhere to hide. You gotta, it's ha. It's not even an I. It's ah. Think of an ha.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
Okay, so now we're flipping. At least before you weren't flipping at all. It was just you were attacking it. So that means the support is changing. We're flipping. The flip will stop once you get more confident.
Right, because I just went to like straight head, right? Is that what happened?
That was the head. You just went straight to head voice. And that's just because you're scared to sing it with the entire voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think in my head, I feel like my breaths need to be like this big grandiose thing instead of, it could be as short but powerful. And I feel like my head is like, it needs to be like, and I feel like that's what's messing me up.
And you didn't like the flip, but the approach to it was better and you didn't back off of it.
Okay.
What you want to do when you're practicing now is every time you feel like I need to back off of this, or I can't do this. You want to go forward. And what's going to help is your body motion. That's what I wanted to see if that was going to help.
Okay.
That's going to help. You're practicing. I want to lean forward.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to stand for that part and lean forward, because then you won't have to be recording. You won't need your face. So it'll be easier to do it when you're practicing.
Yeah. I mean, do you see the growth from week 1 till now? Like, yo, like, again, I get so hyped because I'm like, if this is just week 3, 6 months from now, family, I can't wait to see how my voice matures and how much I grow. But I have to stay right here in the present and focus, because I can get so caught up in the future thinking that I miss what's happening right here in front of me. So Yes, I'm excited. I'm stoked. And with my vocal coach, I mean, at this point, I just think she's Jesus' little sister. Like the miracles she's performing. I'm like, I see you, my good sis. I see you. And with my choreographer and I, again, we couldn't meet this week because of my back, but we're all clear with the Rona. No Rona. Good to go. Praise God. So if my back clears up, like I'm hoping it should, then next week I'm hitting the ground running because I have so many things to catch up on. I want to be where I am vocally. I want to get there physically, and I want to jump back into my exercises and delve right back into the swing of things like I never missed a beat. And so I know I will take good care of myself. I'll make sure to stretch, make sure to rest when I need to rest. But I'm focused, and the dancing and the choreography is just as important to me as the acting and the singing. So week 4, it's a go. We're going, family. So that's it. That was week 3. Week 3 is in the bag. I am growing. I see my growth. I recognize my growth, and I celebrate my growth. And I just, again, a huge shout out to Lovey and her book, Professional Troublemaker. You guys, I will link it down in the description below. Go copy a copy. Again, this is not sponsored. She doesn't know me. I don't know her. Nobody reached out. I bought this book with my own money because she was dropping such knowledge in the live stream that I had to go get it. So if you want to encourage yourself, if you want to get checked by a book, go copy a copy, okay? And then coming up next week, God willing, you will actually be able to meet the coaches. I'm so excited. You will be able to meet them, God willing. Nothing will stand in the way. There are no hiccups, because I want you guys to meet the team that is getting me all the way together, okay? So that is next week. But until then, remember our motto. We will get to our destination eventually. But until then, have safe travels.